Good morning, Dave. My name is Greg, and I spoke to you on the telephone just a few minutes ago. And I said that I would put together a quick video for you looking at your website, showing you why currently you are getting zero organic visitors to your website per month. I'll get into this tool in a little second here, but I'm going to quickly show you what one of your competitors does. Over 250 visitors to their website a month. So we think about what this could do in terms of winning more business by being able to convert some of these visitors to a website into paying customers. So I'm going to quickly go through your website, Dave, by way of overview. So this really is all about beating your competition to the top of Google. If you're at the top of Google, you give yourself the best possible chance of getting maximum eyeballs seeing your website, and therefore being able to convert those people into business. If you are in the top section here called the map pack, and if you're in the first 2 or 3 organic listings into Google, you have access to over 90% of the search volume. If you're not in these locations, or if you fall to the second page of Google, there's really nothing coming to you at all. So we aim to change that. So what I'm going to talk about today for you, Dave, here are some suggestions as to what you can do with your website in 3 areas: content, backlinks, and citations. And I'm going to give you the definitions to those things in a second. But what this is all about is winning, in the eyes of Google and their machine, authority, trust, and relevance. We want Google to know that you are an authority in the roofing business. We want them to trust you, and we want to believe that your site is relevant to put up when someone is searching for roofer or roofing contractor, Jackson, Mississippi. Google cares very much about their customers' experience, and they only want to put websites up on the first page of Google that they believe will deliver a good experience to their customers. Okay, let's jump into content here first, Dave. So switching back to your site. So when it comes to content, it's about quality and quantity. When we talk about quantity, it's about the number of words that are written in throughout your website. This is important because if you are able to write lots of words about your services, it gives Google some assurance that you are an authority in this area. The second thing it does is it allows Google to assume that you are relevant. It allows them to assume that that the answers to their customers' questions are found somewhere in your website, because there's a lot of words for them to read. Okay, so when we talk about quantity, we want to see at least 1,500 words on this homepage, and at least 500 words per separate services page. Okay, now let's do a quick count. Throughout your website, Dave, you have 4,000 words. So that's pretty good. I would suggest 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You know, you're probably sort of on the mark when it comes to quantity. But let's talk about quality. When it comes to quality, it's really all about the words that you choose to use when writing about your business. Okay, and what we want to see throughout your content is what we call keywords or keyword phrases. I'm sure you've heard of that term. A keyword phrase is essentially this. It is what your customers, your potential customers, would type into Google to do a search to find you. In this particular case, I did a search for roofing, Jackson, Mississippi. Okay, there are many different variations of this keyword. It could be roofing contractor, Jackson, Mississippi. It could be roofing contractor, Jackson. There's lots of different ways, and each of those different keywords has a different volume of search. But by having these keywords in your content, Google can make a match between a search like this and your content, because your content contains the same phrase. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on here for you, Dave, for your website, Born Again Roofing. So Google currently has indexed you for 14 keywords. Let's have a look and see what those keywords are. Okay, so what I'm not seeing here, and this is probably why you're getting zero organic traffic, is Google's not making a match between those search terms and your site, because what they are indexing you for what they understand your business to be about, really are not what we call buyer intent location-based keywords. A buyer intent location-based keyword is firstly location-based. Jackson, Mississippi, that's where your customers are, and probably surrounding areas. And they are looking for a roofing contractor in those areas because they want someone that is local, trusted, and also there's a convenience factor there too. And also buyer intent. We want to see keywords that actually speak to the services that you offer. Roof repair, new roofs, roof installation, roofing contractor. I'm going to show you what's happening here with one of your competitors. So firstly, they have over 800 keywords. Okay, so they've done a very good job of writing lots of content and getting Google to index a lot of keywords for them. Now, the keywords that they have written into their site are the kinds of words that we want to start seeing for you. Here are some examples. Roof repair, Jackson, Mississippi. Roofing company, Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson, Mississippi, roofing contractor. So as you can see, lots of variations of the same kind of theme to find you. And these numbers here represent the search volume for those keywords per month. So the strategy here would be to rewrite your content using as many of these keywords as we can as possible, those that have the highest volume and the lowest difficulty to compete against. And that gives you some good opportunity to win a portion of this traffic, Dave. Okay, that's on content. The next thing I wanted to talk about to you is backlinks. Now, backlinks, the internet is a web, and the more you participate in that web, the more Google trusts you. What I mean by that is backlinking is the process of requesting that other websites link to your website. And if Google trusts those websites that link to you, then by association, some of that trust flows to you. Okay, so the strategy here is to reach out to as many other websites that are relevant to your industry and ask them to link back to your website. Okay, now currently what's happening here is that you have one backlink from one referring domain. There is no trust flow coming to your site. And you can see this because this DR score is a trust strength score. You have 0 out of 100. Okay, 0% trust strength score for your website. Google doesn't know what your website's about and it doesn't trust it, so therefore it's not going to rank it. Whereas we take a look here at Watkins. They have a trust score of 21 and they have a lot of referring domains. So the process here, Dave, is to go out and pull together a list of all the best domains to request links from. And then we reach out to those domains one by one, either paying for or simply applying for a link back to your site. It's an ongoing process. We do it month after month after month after month to build your site strength, trust strength over time. We can't do this all at once. But it's a very effective process to build the strength and allow Google to trust you and therefore rank you. Okay, so that's backlinks. The last thing that I wanted to mention to you, as I said here in my intro, citations. Now, citations, the definition of a citation is any mention of your business name, address, or phone number in a directory like BBB, Yelp, etc. So what this gives you is the opportunity to win one of these spots here, right at the top of Google. Okay, the first 3 spots that you see in any search right here in the map pack. The more citations you have, the more chance you have of winning this top spot, which is a great place to be. Now, the strategy here is simply to reach out to as many directories as possible, have them list your business, and we would aim to find out how many Watkins had and beat them by at least 100 or 150. This is a volume game, but it's a very effective volume game to get you trusted and relevant and rankable by Google. I'm going to leave you with one last thought. Your competitor, one of your competitors, Watkins, is getting over 250 visitors to their website. Currently, your website is seeing 0 visitors. So there is really a lot of opportunity here, Dave, for you to optimize your website to pull in some of that business that you can convert into paying customers, both for construction and for roofing. Now, I hope that you've enjoyed this video and found it useful. I would love your feedback, Dave. So I'm going to email this to you and I'll follow up with a phone call after the weekend. Feel free to email me, of course, if you'd like to give me feedback that way. But I do look forward to speaking to you again on the phone. Bye, Dave. Thank you so much.